Now we are moving right on along to a recap of the 2024 Junior Grand Prix final. The Junior Grand Prix was as dramatic as the Senior Grand Prix. Starting with dance, we had some expectations, we had some heartbreak. The final standing of the competition was Nomi Maria Talley and Noah Lafanara in first place. Katerina Wolfskin and Dmitry Torovsky in second place. Daria Grem and Mikhail Savasky in third place. Arina Pegani and Artem Kovaldt in fourth place. Selena Fragi and Jean Han Fournier in fifth place. And then Alina Pearl and Ethan Pearl in sixth place. The Pearl siblings are very technically proficient. However, I don't connect with their skating for some reason. And it's not, I don't think it's the packaging or the music. I just don't connect with them. But that's not to say I won't. Just this season, their programs didn't do it for me and I just didn't connect with them. My heart seriously broke for Selena and Jean Han. They started the season as one of the favorites and had a great first outing. Unfortunately, from that point on, they really started to struggle. And I believe like the competition, the pressure of competing on home ice can either make you achieve great things or it could break you. I really like their rhythm dance and I'm okay with their free dance. This is a young team that has a lot of potential. They've slowly climbed their way up the ladder on the Junior Grand Prix. There's some definite original ideas behind their programs. It's unfortunate that the season didn't progress the way they wanted, but like a lot of people said, the Grand Prix is just the end of the first half of the season, and then we get started with the second half of the season. So there is still a possibility for them to come back for the Junior Worlds and even medal there. But this was very hard to see them be so disappointed at home, wanting to give a good performance. But there was just a lot of little errors here, little errors there, major errors in the lift that, this was a right decision by the judges. Arena and Autumn have a lot of character. I can see their growth potential. However, neither of their program have left much of an impression on me this season. And I'm saying that even with the fact that I don't like the rhythm dance for most skaters, it falls in that category that I don't like. And then their free dance really doesn't do much for me. A surprise bronze medal here for me was Daria and Mikhail. They started the season struggling. So they started the season in the opposite way from the French. They started the season struggling. The judges were not really feeling their programs. The team reevaluated themselves. They joined a new training environment with new coaches. They came back with 2 new programs, and I felt like this was the correct decision. The rhythm dance is a little more upbeat and fun. The free dance, you could see more of their technical prowess being showcased. The lifts are a little easier from them while they were struggling in the beginning. This was a well-deserved bronze medal. Way to go for them, to have achieved this. In second place was Katerina and Dmitry. I actually had them as a potential winning this event, and the reason is I love both of their program. Well, I love their free program. I really like their rhythm dance. I love their free program, which is saying a lot because it's a Moulin Rouge program. This is figure skating. We have seen like 190 Moulin Rouge program, but their Moulin Rouge program is really well done. This, Katerina was paired with Jeffrey Chen at one point, and I felt like, her confidence was constantly getting a hit because she was being compared to Jeffrey and being found lacking. But I feel like this new partnership with Dmitry has given her an opportunity to thrive. She is glowing. She is growing. This is a good partnership for her. And I'm so happy to see all the growth that they have made in just one season. The winner here was definitely Nomi and Noah. I'm gonna dub them the no-no couple who are doing everything yes, yes. So our no-no couple here really, for such a young couple, they are technically so proficient. And I say this a lot about the Italian ice dance. Whatever the Italians are doing in terms of like technical proficiency, they are mastering that. This young team has such superb edge control. Again, I'm not a big fan of the rhythm dance, but I do love their connection and the free dance. They have lovely lines. They're so musically inclined, and you can see they have a genuine connection with each other. And then you get to like the knee bend, the slide, the push. This is such a technically proficient team. If they could continue to push their connection, push their musicality, get good program, get good packaging, this team could really be something special. And then for the men, wow. The men were, it was a nail biter with every one of these six men having the possibility and the capability to win this event. The final standing, we had Lucas Vaklaski. He had a great short program. We had Lucas Vaklaski in sixth place. We had Yaho Lee in fifth place. We had Sena Takahashi in fourth place. We had Rio Nakata in third place. We had Menyuksu in second place. And then we had Jacob Sanchez in first place. So starting with Lucas, he had a really nice short program with all clean jumps. So he did his triple axel, triple flip, clean, put in that triple Lutz, triple toe, also clean. He would have been in first place if his spin had not, his sit spin, if the sit spin had not been inviolated. He also had a level 2 on his step sequence, which is just more points that, he's leaving on the table. And then they gave him a time violation, which didn't help. So in the short program, he really showed that he is a technical jumper. Unfortunately, when we got to the free, the technical power just sort of left him. He opened up with the triple axel, which was decent, but then he followed up with a double flip, double toe. Then he had a double Lutz, double toe, and those errors were more than enough to take them from like the third place where he was in the short program all the way down to sixth place. And then he also had another sit spin that was invalidated. Then he had a step 2, he had a level 2 step sequence. It just, everything just sort of like piled up. And then for Yahoo, he had a decent short program, with the triple axel being the only major error that he had. The triple flip was clean, so was his triple Lutz, triple toe. And for the triple axel, it was just a turnout that he had. But because the competition was so stiff, he just couldn't afford that error. Unfortunately for him, the free was just a little more messy, with him having a fall on the second triple axel as well as the triple Lutz. I feel like Lee has grown so much from last season to this season. Last season he was such a tiny little thing, and this season you could see how much he's grown, and he's still getting used to his new body. He's still getting used to his new limb. So I do feel like this was a growing pain for him this season, but this is a well-rounded skater with lots of potential. And then Senna. Oh my God. He was my dark horse to win this event. However, that short program was just a disaster for him. He opened up with his triple axel, which he stepped out of. He followed it up with a hand down on his triple Lutz, which meant he was unable to get a combination triple toe at the end of that jump. The triple flip was the only clean jump that he had in his whole short program. And then he also got a level 2 on his flying sit spin, and he's usually a great spinner. I mean, After the short, he found himself in last place. However, I was really happy to see him come back fighting in the long, and he managed to land 6 clean triples. And that include the triple Lutz triple toe that he missed in the short program. He landed both triple axel, the triple flip, triple loop, and triple salchow. He managed to land all of that. The only error in his program was that he struggled just a little bit on his triple toe, double axel, so the 3 jump combination. He is such a beautiful skater with such nice soft knee bend and beautiful back carriage. There is a musicality to his movement that has me invested. I hope he can skate 2 clean programs, you know, for Worlds if he gets sends there, because he really is a special skater. And then we got to Rio Nakata. Oh my goodness. This just broke my heart. He went into the long program in first place with a beautifully clean short program. He did like an easy triple axel, a nice triple flip, got that triple, left triple toe out of there. He also achieved a level 3 on his step sequence. However, the wheels just came off in the long program. The start was okay. He managed to land the quad toe. However, from there it was a struggle. He popped the first triple axel into a single axel. Then he struggled with an under rotation for the triple axel, Euler triple sow, which was a cued. He also singled the triple loop, and all of those things combined was enough to cost him not only the gold medal but also the silver. And I know he wanted to win this competition so badly, and watching him cry and the kiss and cry was just heartbroken. And that's when we really start to understand, like, these are children. They might be like high level competitors, but at the end of the day, they're just children. I hope he could pull it back together and he could come back, for junior worlds. The silver here was Minso, Menyuk So. After a not so stellar short program where he looked tight, the opening triple axel was nice. However, he got a E on his triple Lutz triple toe, and not only took a fall on the triple flip, but it was also called under rotated. So he didn't even get the base value for the triple flip. Even with the jump mistakes, it's easy to see how sound, Menyuk's basic skating skill is. Lovely edge work, beautiful musicality. He just digests his programs better than any of the other junior men competing right now. The free was much better for Menyuk. He also did 6 clean triple jumps, starting with a triple axel, triple toe. The only real issue was like the triple Lutz getting an E. Otherwise, everything else was wonderful. This was a testament to his skating skill, and he was like he was one of only 2 skaters here to get a level 4 step sequence, and then all of his spins were level 4. He's just a wonderful, wonderful all-around young skater. And then our winner here, what did I say? I said if I put him in first, he's not gonna win, but if I put him in 6th place, he's gonna win. I said he was gonna win this competition, but the inconsistency is just so huge. And of course, our winner here was Jacob Sanchez. He was not perfect here. He had a turnout on his triple axel in the short, and he also had a carrot on his triple flip in the short. He also had the same mistake on the free. He had to step out on the triple axel. But the rest of the jumps were okay with some calls. He also received a level 4 on his step sequence in all of his spin. Jacob is a dynamic, powerful skater who is so much fun to watch. He didn't even have a second Grand Prix assignment when the Grand Prix series first started, but he was assigned a second Grand Prix, and he used that opportunity to get him to the Grand Prix final, and now he has a Grand Prix title. And he's another skater who's very endearing in the kiss and cry. I always like to see how excited he gets in the kiss and cry. From the men, we moved on to the pairs. The pairs basically played out like I thought it would play out. So the winners here was Ji Xiao Zhang and Yi Hong Huang. In second place was Olivia Flores and Luke Wang. In third place was Jasmine DeRocher and Karen Thresher. In fourth place was Roman Telemachy and Lucas Colon. And fifth place was C. Shimizu and Lucas Tesori Honda. And then in sixth place was Julia Quatoshi and Simon Desmales. Starting with Julia and Simon, I do feel like this was a respectable outing for them. The fact that they made the Grand Prix final as such a young pair team was great. You could see like they're still working on their basic elements, you know, the twists, the throws, but you could see the foundation is definitely there. And then Sia and Lucas, they are still very much single skaters. You could tell that their strongest element is the side by side because they were single skaters, so they have the strongest jumping elements. They also tried a triple twist and a triple throw here. It weren't clean, but it's very promising that they've already moved on from the doubles into the triples. I say give this pair a couple of seasons and we may have something on our hand. And then as for Wamani and Lucas, they struggle with their throws, which is a big point gainer for pairs. However, they have excellent lifts, which is the other big point gainer for pairs. So I feel like if this young pair could manage to get a balance where they get some of their throws and keep the lifts, we might have something to work with, but they definitely need to work, on those throws because they do have lovely lifts. And if they could get the throws, they could move up the ranks. So I had put Jasmine and Kieran in second place. This pair looks great on the ice. When they are on, they are on. However, they do need to gain consistency, and they need to learn to compete under pressure. Under the new age rule, they can remain in juniors for another season, or I think maybe two. I would recommend they stay in juniors just so they could learn how to compete under pressure because the elements are there and it's just a question of them performing it because they could have been second here if they had just managed to get more of their elements completed. And I feel like that's mostly nerves, not because they can't do it. And silver here, Olivia and Luke. They are my favorite junior pairs competing right now. They are so musical and they just feed off of each other. This pair has the it factor that cannot be taught. The twists and the jumps, they do need work, but I have great hope for this pair because those quintessential it factors that you cannot teach, they already have in great abundance. The winners here, Jia Sheng and Ying Hong, they already have all senior elements. Their twist, huge. They have the great Chinese throw technique and they have nice lift. The packaging, the connection with each other need work. However, they are so young, so I do believe all of that will come. This is a pair that maybe, in the next 4 to 6 years that I can definitely see on podium. This is a pair with great potential. And then we get to the women. Could the junior women competition could have given the senior women a run for their money. And the short program, every single young woman was clean. These young women were not going down without a fight. Honestly, this new generation of young women skaters is scary. They are not playing. So in sixth place, we had Stephanie Gleicke. And fifth place, we had Yu Song Kim. And fourth place, we had Yi Han Wang. And third place, we had Amni Nakai. And second place, we had Karuku Wada. And then in first place, we had Mao Shimada. So starting off with Stephanie, She was the lone non-Asian skater at this competition. With the home crown behind her, she delivered a fabulous short program where she gave us a double axel, triple flip, triple lutz, triple toe, all cleanly done, no calls. The free skate got off to a not so clean start, with the triple flip and double axel. The only fall she actually had in the program was on the triple loop, but unfortunately there were some calls on the rest of the jumps. Like her double axel got a Q, um, you know, and then both her triple combination, she did like the triple lutz, triple toe, and then she did the triple lutz, Euler, triple sow, and they both got carrots. All in all, I felt like this was a great performance, by Stephanie at home. Again, competing on home ice, the pressure could either crush you or you can rise to the occasion. And I definitely felt like this young woman rose to the occasion. Then we got to Young-soo, who landed a triple axel in the long program, but it was still not enough to get her on the podium. The short was foot perfect by Yoon-soo. She did a lovely double axel. Her triple lutz triple toe could use a little more height, but it was good. The triple flip would have been the best jump of the competition. Then she got into, the free, and she did a wonderful triple axel to open her, free program. Unfortunately, she quickly followed by a triple flip, triple toe, where she had a turnout and it was called Q. The technical caller was really hard on Yoon-soo because, listen, there were just calls all over. And I feel like what really put the nail in the coffin was her fall on the triple sow, which was also called under rotated. But overall, the skating was lovely. This girl has nice skating skills. There's lots of room to grow, but I do believe that her team is working on it. Again, nothing she did here was something to be embarrassed about. She did the very best she could. In fourth place, Yi Han was definitely the underdog at this event. This was the first time in decades that a Chinese woman made the junior or the senior Grand Prix final. Yi Han came to fight, and she did so with both a clean short program and a clean free program. Her layout was very similar to the layout of all the other ladies. She opened up with the triple lutz triple toe. She had a double axel, and then she had her triple flip. I do feel like she was underscored both in the short and in the free in terms of her PCS scores. I felt like the judges underscored her. And the reason I feel like they're underscoring her is because unfortunately she is the only skater at that competition without a triple triple combination. In the free. She has it in the short, but she doesn't have a triple triple combination in the free. So she opened up with a lovely triple loop double toe, and she also has like a triple flip double toe, but she usually gets a call on the triple flip. And also she does need to work on like some of her spins because her levels, on her flying combo sit spin, she only got a level 2, which is also costing her points. So there are like areas where she can build to get her points, but I still feel like the judges underscored her in terms of her PCS because she really delivered. Amni is definitely a fan favorite, and I was so glad to see her medal here at this Grand Prix final. This was, another clean short program. Again, similar layout. She did the double axel, followed by the triple lutz, triple toe, and the triple flip. However, while she kind of like easy breezied her way through the short program, the long program was a struggle. She did do the triple axel, which is part of her arsenal, but unfortunately it was under rotated. She immediately, followed it by the triple toe, which was two-footed. Um, she did a double axel, which was also two-footed. She did her triple Lutz, Euler, triple Salchow, that got a Q. The second half of the program was much better. She did a nicer double axel. She had a lovely triple Lutz and a triple flip, but I feel like the damage was already done in the first part of the program, but she did manage to get a lot of points by having like a level 4 step sequence and then all level 4 spins. And that is why the step sequence and the spins are so important, because when your jumps are letting you down, you can always maximize your points in this area. In second place, just having a lovely, lovely outing all the way was Karuku. Wow. Wow, she walked away with the silver and the audience's heart. Her jump technique is so nice when it's clean. And it was clean in the short program, just lovely with the double axel. Wonderful, soft, effortless triple lutz, triple toe. And then even nicer triple flip to wrap out the jump combination. Her long program was my favorite, with the skating skills that even senior women would be envied on. Unfortunately, she did get some calls in terms of her jump. Like that tech caller was not playing. She did the triple sow double axel, that was a Q. She did the triple flip double toe, that was a Q. She did the triple lutz, which was under rotated. However, even with the tech caller calling so many of her jumps, it did not take away from the loveliness of her skating. Just absolutely, absolutely lovely. The winner here was Mao Shimada, who was defying gravity and her short program with her textbook jumps. Mao opened up with the double axel. She followed up by the triple flips, and then she saves her triple lutz, triple toe for the second half of her program so that she can get that bonus. She is maxing out her tech score. I like the fact that this program is age appropriate, and Mao Shimada is just adorable when she skates it. The free was less successful for her here, and it's been that way all season. She opened up with the triple axel, and she had a step out, and they also called it under rotated. Then she did the quad toe, which was under rotated, and she took a fall on it. And I'm tired of harping on the fact that I do not like to see junior skaters, especially the young women, do these ultra C elements in their program. My goodness. Now, I saw on like skating Twitter that a lot of people felt that Wada should have won the free, but the reality is Mao has 8 triple jumps in her program, one of which is a triple axel and 2 sets of triple triple combination with the triple lutz triple toe and then triple sow cow triple toe. She also has a quad toe. Even if she falls on the quad toe, she does have a quad toe. So even with 2 falls, Mao has the technical leeway to still win. This was not to say she wanted to win this way. However, her winning here technically does make sense simply because she already had the leeway to do so. You guys know I'm one of the first to scream bloody murder if I feel like someone is being robbed. But in this instant, Mao Shimada's technical layout is so much more difficult than what any of the senior women are doing, let alone her junior competitors, that she does have room to make mistakes and still be able to win. All in all, I'm telling you, the junior competition, the 2024 Junior Grand Prix was giving the seniors a run for their money, especially in the women department. This was my thought on the 2024 Junior Grand Prix final, but you guys let me know what you thought. Let me know in the comments.